Today, we are taking a close look at DreamLite, a really interesting model from ByteDance that manages to put a powerful AI artist right onto your phone. And we're talking fast. It can generate and edit images in under a second.
So let's just jump right in and see what this thing can actually do. On the left, you've got a high-quality image of a cat, made completely from a text prompt. Then, look to the right. That's the same image, but now it's been edited with a super simple command. Make the cat wear sunglasses. And the craziest part? This all happens right on a smartphone, using just one single compact AI model.
So, how on earth is this even possible? Well, we're going to break it all down. We'll look at the 4 key ingredients. First, the challenge they had to overcome. Then the unique architecture they built, followed by their very clever training method. And finally, the incredible speed and quality you get as a result.
Okay, so let's get into it. To really appreciate what they've built, you first have to understand the core problem DreamLite was engineered to solve.
You know, most of the powerful image models we use are absolute beasts. They live on servers out in the cloud, and they have billions of parameters. That means they could be slow, and you definitely need an internet connection. But for a good experience on your phone, you need the exact opposite, something small, super fast, and that runs locally. And here's the kicker. People want to generate an image and then immediately edit it. Trying to cram 2 separate huge models onto a phone to do that, it's just not going to happen.
And that brings us right to their solution. How did the researchers manage to build one single, lightweight model that could do the job of 2 heavyweights?
This chart here illustrates the whole process beautifully. They started out with a really powerful 2.5 billion parameter UNet backbone, the kind of thing you'd find in a big server-side model. Then they just started cutting it down, piece by piece. You can see how each step, like ripping out complex self-attention mechanisms or using more efficient separable convolutions, which is just a smarter way to process the image, slash the model's size and the computational cost.
And the result of all that work, they managed to shrink the model's core UNet down to just 390 million parameters. That's only about 15% of its original size, which is finally small enough to actually fit comfortably on a mobile device.
But, shrinking the model is only half the battle. They also needed a really clever way to teach this single network to do 2 very different things: create an image from scratch and edit one that's already there. And this is where a technique called in-context conditioning comes into play.
It's a really elegant idea, actually. The model is always shown 2 images, side by side. If the reference image on the right is blank, the model knows, okay, my job is to generate a new image over here on the left. But if that reference image has a picture in it, the model knows its job is to edit that picture based on the prompt. It's one simple input format that lets it handle 2 totally distinct tasks.
Okay, so we've got a small, unified model. But this brings up another big question, right? How do you train it on 2 different things without it just getting totally confused and becoming bad at both? Well, they came up with this really smart task-progressive training recipe. So instead of throwing everything at the model all at once, they taught it one skill at a time. First, it just focused on mastering basic text-to-image generation. Then they taught it how to do the editing task, and only after it was good at both of those separately did they start training it on a combined dataset, which taught it how to switch back and forth.
But they weren't done yet. After all that core training, the model basically goes to finishing school for 2 final polishing steps. First, it gets fine-tuned on 500,000 hand-picked, super high-quality images to make everything look more realistic. And then, they use reinforcement learning to make sure its outputs align with what humans actually find appealing. So it's not just following instructions, it's creating genuinely good-looking images.
So after all that complex training and clever architecture design, what does this actually deliver in the real world?
This is where things get really wild, thanks to a final trick called step distillation, which is kind of like teaching a student how to get to the right answer in fewer steps. The model doesn't need to churn through dozens of iterations. It only needs 4, just 4 steps to create a full picture. That's a massive deal for speed.
And that incredible efficiency leads directly to this headline number. The entire process, from you typing a prompt to seeing a high-resolution 1024 by 1024 image appear, happens in under 1 second. And that's on a real, off-the-shelf smartphone.
And if we look at the technical breakdown, you can see exactly where that speed is coming from. The core UNet, the part doing all the heavy lifting, takes just over 100 milliseconds per step. So 4 steps is about 415 milliseconds. The final image decoding only adds another 22. It is just exceptionally fast and optimized.
And honestly, the results really do speak for themselves.
I mean, look at this. The model creates this hyper-realistic octopus wearing a top hat, and then it perfectly follows the instruction to make this octopus laugh. That shows it doesn't just have quality, it has a sophisticated understanding of what you're asking it to do, all while running locally. So, what's the big takeaway here? DreamLite is a pretty significant milestone. It's the first time anyone has managed to pack both high-quality image generation and editing into a single efficient model that's ready for mobile devices. No more need for two separate systems.
And that leaves us with one final, pretty exciting thought. The researchers themselves point out that even though the image generating part is now tiny, the text encoder, the part that understands your prompt, is still a fairly large 2 billion parameter model. They're already working on shrinking that down too. So just imagine the possibilities for creative AI everywhere once that final bottleneck is removed.